What's good with the collective, man? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop a upload, man. Y'all know we come with about 4 videos a week. Like I said, man, I got my foot on the gas. I love dropping this knowledge. I love coming up with these type of videos, and I love having interaction with y'all, man, the collective. Man, but please, once you like, comment, subscribe, it does help the community grow. This is for entertainment purposes. But I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. We gonna get straight into the video. Let's go.
Take the sole of your feet, they put ink up under it, and then they make you put the sole of your feet on a piece of paper. So you automatically sell your soul. So parents are selling their children to the corporations. Corpse means dead. So you're selling them to these dead corporations as soon as they're born. Then they tag them with a number. This number is literally a trust TDA account where there's millions and millions and millions of dollars in that you can never ever tap into, because the moment you tap into it, that means you got your freedom. We should not be working. We should not be having to pay taxes. This is our land. We are not civilians here, and we're not citizens. This is our land. We was here first. But you got the $5 Indian, the way they came in, and they act like it was this big old slave trade. I mean, it's a whole lot of propaganda of stuff that they put inside of our faces that really didn't happen. But when you're dealing with a people that have severe amnesia through trauma experiences that we've been experiencing, and you're keeping us doped up on pharmaceutical medicines, you're keeping us doped up on GMO foods, you're keeping us doped up on herbicides, pesticides, you're keeping the hertz and the frequencies of our brain limited from the clothes we put on our, like, we don't realize what these clothes even do to our emitting of electrical magnetic energy. When you put a people under hypnosis, you can tell them anything, and they will believe anything. And they can step here, and these truths that I'm speaking today, the people that sleep and haven't came out of their slumber, they will call me a quack, they'll call me a liar, they say this nigga out of his mind, but the whole time I'm speaking actual facts and truth, but they can't relate to it because these are the people that's been sedated, that's in this indoctrination or have been put to sleep.
He went deep about the clothes on the back. Damn.
The sun, I won't get.
Hollow.
Every planter up is hollow, right?
All hollow. Well, the sun's definitely hollow because I studied the sun for 4 years straight.
This is the
But
question.
it's obviously hollow. And the solar, the sunspots are holes that allow you to see inside.
Really?
Yeah, it's dark inside. The sun is well understood in radio physics and studying ionosphere and sunspots and all that stuff that the sun does not operate by fusion. They do not know how the sun operates. The fusion only comes out of the arcs because of the current density. That's where the hydrogen fusion occurs, is in the actual arcs between the flares. The sun itself is not a fusion device.
Fusion's over the effect.
It's a converter. Yeah, the sun is a converter from another dimensionality into this dimensionality. And obviously, if you can't see it in outer space, the conversion's not complete until it hits the Earth's atmosphere or another physical object, and then it finally converts to electromagnetic light.
It's the ozone layer. It does.
Well, the Earth's envelope.
There's that.
Yeah, that's how this envelope is undefined. Yeah, but you have to get into Wilhelm Reich about that. Like we were talking about how you can't see the stars anymore.
Yeah. So the sun, you say, makes its quote unquote energy use an electroetheric process.
Yeah, because of its voltage, its position.
Would you call it some kind of etheric lamp? A lantern?
Yeah, it's like a giant Tesla lamp.
You know, inverter. The sun's converter.
It's not burning anything.
So it's an etheric electrical
Converter.
And
It's converting from primary force to secondary force.
if the conversion is complete once it hits the atmosphere.
Yeah, then once the emission interacts with physical matter, then it reverts to its reduced form, the waste product, which is heat and light and mechanical activity. But it doesn't start off like that, and its origin is undefined because it comes from what people like to say another dimension, counter space,
Sunspots are holes in the sun.
holes in the hollow sun. There's a photosphere that generates the light, and it's contiguous. It's not contiguous. It's little things that move around.
Contiguous.
Yeah, it's an arrangement of little glowing spots, and it's dark in between. It's a veil. And that's where the illumination of the sun originates, is in that veil. It doesn't come from the inside. There's no nuclear furnace in the middle. There's none of that shit, and that's understood. When I study this stuff at Sonoma State, that's understood. But they have to continue this popular image of the sun.
And hold on, time out, bro. I've never heard that. He said you'll quickly realize that the sun could be cold. If y'all didn't read that caption said that. If you don't, go back and look at it. I have never in my life heard that. I have never heard that idea before. If you have, please let me know what you know about that. If you agree about that. Right now at this moment, I've never heard that. My opinion, honestly, my opinion, and it's probably emotionally attached because I've always believed the sun was hot. Yeah, y'all know I'm like, I got emotion to that. I always was drunk. Everybody has that. And I'm still human, so I still got that same feeling. But part of me also is like, be open-minded. He can be real correct. So right now, I'm gonna say I need to do my research. I need to do my research. Y'all let me know if y'all have done research on this, or if y'all need to do research on this, and what y'all stance is based off what he was saying. Cause I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not gonna say he wrong though.
When I bring up Zwarte Pieter, you gonna bring that shit up for me right now. This is what they do. This is what they do in Amsterdam. Now they do it. Sinterklaas is an old school, like Santa Claus he has like a Pope hat. Yeah. Sinterklaas. Zwarte Pieter means black. Peter. So he has these helpers that go through the chimney and then they get soot on their face and they're supposed to have like dirty faces. Of course, some of these racist white folks can't wait to just put black face. They put pink lips and afros and walk in front of black children and parade this shit. You know what they call black people in Amsterdam when they want to insult them? What? Fuck you, Zwarte Pieter. I mean, but I also praise the white Dutch people that are protesting it and trying to, and the police are whooping their ass, like beating them up. Peaceful protesting. Hey, could you not wear blackface? And getting beat up for that. Really? We want to keep wearing blackface.
Damn, that's wild. That's wild. But I did see, I seen another picture of that where it was Santa Claus and somebody was like, you notice that Santa is Satan backwards, or the words, the letters is like mixed up. The end is more in the middle of the word of Santa rather than being the end of Satan. And then it was something else in that picture. It was a picture, and he had two black slaves with him, and it was like the clan was all around him. And yeah, I just seen a picture like that. But man, I mean, people be all, everybody got something to say, especially about a Christmas tree behind me. Like, yeah, it ain't like I'm on my knees praising this holiday, or you know, like I'm out here going crazy over material items. I mean, yeah, I like expensive things, but does it drive me? Nah. Does it change my character? Nah. Will it change how I approach anybody in the physical form or in the street? Or nah. I'm gonna show everybody respect, all the same. But it's just like, I already know the whole thing behind Christmas. Like me and my uncle, we don't celebrate Christmas, but the family, they do. And we tell them the truth behind Christmas, and they'll still set up. And it's like, that's cool. But me and my uncle, we know the whole true meaning. He get on me about it. He be like, I know you ain't celebrating it this year. I know you ain't celebrating it this year. And I be like, nah, man, I'm just with the family. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not wilding out. I always know what's what. And he be like, as long as you know. But people be kind of grilling me in the comments about this. But yeah, it's my second time letting y'all know. And it's more in depth. And like, first time I'm letting y'all know it's about kids, man. We're not gonna take that from the kids. They wanna have fun, they wanna do what they do. I explain it to them, but I always let them know it is your choice, this is your life, this is your experience. So you can choose this or you can choose that. And I'm gonna always remind them, the older they get, I'm never gonna force nobody to do nothing they don't wanna do. Straight up, that go for y'all too. That's why I don't force y'all opinions or y'all mindsets or nothing. I just put something out there, we can have a conversation, and I respect it. The same thing I'm gonna do with kids, same thing I'm gonna do with my family. Yeah, like I just said, I'm gonna show everybody the same respect. Man, that's just how I'm coming. So yeah, I already know about the Christmas tree. I get it. But is that gonna stop me from spending time with my family? Nah. If that stop you, that's your choice. That's not how I'm a rock, bro. But I do know what it is, and I don't celebrate it. Who's to say I even put that up? Who's to say? It could have been a family member. Think outside the box for a second, man.
Get your ass in here and sit down. Disney got a lot of secrets. And one of their biggest secrets is them damn tunnels. And this dude found one. Roll the footage.
It's kind of short. It's gotten pretty dark. Glow stick. There we go. That's a little better. This is supposed to come up on Tom Sawyer's Island in Frontierland, which in 1956, Walt Disney was said to have given it to the state of Missouri, and the governor of Missouri was supposed to have annexed it. However, the state of Missouri doesn't confirm that. So it's not sure if we're coming up in California still. It's getting kind of dark, so I'm going to throw my glow stick ahead of me to make sure there's no sudden drops or anything. Okay. So far, so good.
Are those kids?
I hear people. I think I made it.
What?
Now, what's even more sad than this? Just this Friday the 13th in October, some parents went to Disneyland in California, and when they went to lunch, they let their 3-year-old child go to the bathroom to wash his own hands. And you guessed it, he didn't come back after a few minutes. So they went looking for him. How about they open the damn door to go in the bathroom and they see their child disappearing into the floor. They said the floor just caved in on itself. They called the police. Police came. You guessed it. They couldn't find the hole. So now they calling the parents crazy as hell. Now they gotta see a psychiatrist because they done lost their damn mind, which is understandable. So now they talking about shutting the park down. Why is it even being talked about? Who Walt, you have secrets. Get y'all ass up out of here. And stop letting your kids go to these bathrooms alone. Everybody got a certain level of that shit couldn't happen to me type of guts, but no, don't send them babies by themselves. This baby is gone, there ain't no telling what's going on. They ain't even found him yet.
And they not gonna find him. But the cult, man, shout out, she be dropping the dopest type of videos, bruh, stuff that they don't talk about at all. The fact that that tunnel was there, how long ago did they use that tunnel? Because he came up that tunnel really quick. How did he find it to begin with? How did he find it? It led him to Disneyland. He came right into the park. Now, she just said that the floors caved in on itself. Of course, anybody gonna, if you know what your eyes saw and two people attest to it, it gotta be a fact. They ain't crazy. They ain't gonna find him again, but it's just, she said Walt got secrets. Who's to say he ain't still walking amongst us somewhere down there in the bottom or somewhere, island or something, bro. That's wild. But yeah, why would you let your child go wash, 3 years old, wash their hands by themselves? Everybody knows the world is wild. The world can get real wicked. Why would you let a 3-year-old go to the bathroom just to wash their hands? I get they washing their hands. You think it's gonna be quick? But we've seen some videos where they got tunnels. They got little stuff. They can grab you and take you in little tunnels behind you, back rooms, all types of stuff, bro. We've seen it. Wow. Stuff they do to tourists. So if they doing it to adults, why wouldn't they be able to grab a kid? Come on, make it make sense. If they can grab adults and men be disappearing, if they could grab grown people, why can't they grab a kid? Come on, man. They super small. Why wouldn't they be able to grab a kid? That's wild. Type of parents. But I pray for the parents though. I pray for the parents. Hopefully. Pray to God they can find their kid. Hopefully.
Wearing the emerald green robe of the novitiate, the princess's name is added to the roll of bards. At the Nogan the archdruid, taking her hands in his, pronounced the bardic welcome. The Royal Highness was then conducted by the recorder to her place between her sponsors, one of whom, Mrs. Coon Tennant, dressed the hood. Later in the pavilion, the princess addressed druids, bards, and poets, concluding in much, "On with the Eistead fud, and every blessing to Wales." And archdruid salutes a princess, and Wales remembers yet another Eisteddfod.
Okay, well, I don't know much about druids, so I think that's what we'll spend the day looking up. But what I do know is the druid princess witch passed away, and they snapped her wand, and everything changes. The solar flares came, the frequencies, Nubaru took over, the rain started doing weird stuff, the animals wouldn't go in the rain, the frequencies in the water got all crazy. So what I'm just going to say is that when they snapped her wand, it's like a veil, or hex, or something's lifted. And I had to point it out again, okay, you guys, look at the Game of Thrones chair. It's a circle with a star inside of it. I wonder why she couldn't sit inside of it. Could you even go inside of it? Okay, bye guys.
The cities of Antarctica do not exist as long as they are not seen. But you get through the frequency fence, a whole new world opens up. This past weekend, frequency fence went down in almost all of Antarctica, mainly New Swabia. Believe it, this is Antarctica. Grab a popcorn. Frequency fence down.
And that there, folks, is why flat earth matters so much. Not that I'm trying to disagree with people and have a debate. No, I just want to have conversation. Like I said, somebody already said to me, why does it matter so much? Because if it does, if the earth is flat past the ice walls and there is other land and it don't exist if they not seen, that mean they, come on. Go. I know y'all watch Hunger Games, and I've even thought about that. Like, what if it's like Hunger Games? What if they watch us and all the stuff we do for entertainment, and they live way better than us. They eat the right foods. They drink the right water. Like, they got the right remedies to help their health. Like, yeah, what if they got fresh air and they not harming nothing? Like, yeah, what if? That's why it matters. And I could be going way out saying this, and it could be completely wrong, but hey, it is what it is. It's my journey, so that's what I feel, and that's why it's so important to me, because like that. And yeah, that could have been fake. It could have been, but I don't think that was. I'm standing on that. I'm standing on all 10. I think that there's other land past the ice walls, and I think it's cities like that.
You want to know what happens when you go down the conspiracy theory rabbit holes? You find out some stuff that's really grieving. They've had free electricity for over 100 years and haven't told people because they've suppressed it. The government has literally captured the patents so that other people can't reproduce it. It's that bad. Once you learn the political corruption, you start going, well, what else? It never ends. Like, if you knew that there's medicine that doesn't have side effects that can actually heal you, you would no longer be a customer. If you knew that there's free electricity, you would no longer be a customer. If you knew that certain foods are poisoning you and causing you to get on the hamster wheel of needing medication that doesn't actually heal you, that you would no longer be a customer. Everything is about sucking stuff out of you. You know the movie The Matrix where everybody's hooked up to the thing, bro? Like, I'm not trying to be crazy, bro, but like, it's kind of like that. Like, the more I look, it's everywhere, bro. Once you start to see the fence around you everywhere that they've built so that you can only go so far, you start to realize that it truly is a prison planet. It really is, and they're attempting to push it even further. That's why there's a war on information. They don't want the free exchange of ideas because that threatens their stranglehold on your dependence on them. Anyway, have a great Conspiracy Friday or whatever today is.
All right, I'm gonna let it slide.
Guys! What's your I don't know? Lord, Raldin, please, Lord. Ito na si Ginoo. Oh, guys. Going perhaps, bye-bye. Woo! Wana, mapanggaw, nakakuha na. Lord, tas Geraldine ba? Namul ba? Ang likado ang mul! Woo! Grabe oh! Ang likado ba? Tol! Ang mul ba? Ang pamingan ako! So guys, Lord, yung ta, palayo na ang mul, yung ta di makuhan! Ang mul ba? Ang mul ko palo, pero... Ano? Grabe pakita mo. Dako si Juana ba?
Man, I thought that when the waves or the ocean pull back like that, you're supposed to get away. Because if I'm not mistaken, that's supposed to be a tsunami, right? That's what I thought that was the case. If you saw the ocean pulling back like that, you're supposed to leave, get away from that, because the water gonna come rushing back. I could be wrong. That's what when I watched something along those lines. But also, the clip before that, he touched on a good subject. He said they don't want us to exchange information or ideas because that puts a threat pretty much on what they built. So when I put certain clips in these videos to stir up conversation, to exchange ideas, some people always say you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to put these type of clips. I don't want to have these conversations. This clip was offensive to me. And it's like, remove emotion and let's logically think here. Let's have a conversation. Let's exchange ideas. Let's exchange this information. Like, because it puts like it kind of put a little resistance on what they have built. Because look, man, when people can have when people can talk about something that they've been through, most of the time that means they healed. If they can't talk about it, they probably either still a part of the problem, or they still dealing with the problem, or they haven't got over the problem. They haven't healed yet. So it's like, let's have that conversation about race. Let's have those conversations and exchange these ideas and exchange these thoughts and information that is out there so that we can go further together. You can't expect to accept someone without understanding them. And when I mean understanding them all the way. The DNA, the way the mind works, all of that stuff. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, let's have that conversation when it comes to race, when it comes to aliens, UFO, whatever it is, bro. Let's have those conversations, because they don't want us to have those exchange of ideas. So yeah, I wasn't gonna get on that topic, but I was like, you know what, I got time today. Let me go ahead and to some of those who feel uncomfortable about certain topics. That mean you might not have healed yet. Let's have those conversations. And if you twice my age or you way older than me, then why can't I be able to do that and you can't? Woo! One for the ages, huh?
Do you know why Prince, the famous rock star that was a friend of mine, do you know why he called himself the artist when he came back? He calls himself the artist because that's what they call us in our contracts. Oh, these contracts are crazy. You should hear the terminology they say in these contracts. To use your name and likeness in perpetuity throughout the universe. Who the fuck could possibly know what that means? Nobody does. It's so complicated, in fact, that when you're a kid like me, you have to hire somebody to tell you what that means. And you sit down at a table and you do the contract game. And that's how I got with Comedy Central. I signed a contract. And I signed the contract the way that a 28-year-old expecting father that was broke signs a contract. I was desperate. I needed a way out, and it wasn't good money, and it wasn't good circumstances, but what else am I gonna do, I said. And all these white people sitting at that table told me, trust us, Dave, it's a good contract. And I looked around the table, and they all seemed to agree it was a good contract. But what if it was like that game of 3-Card Monte? What if they were all friends, and I didn't know it? This fucking industry is a monster. It's the same monster that these Me Too bitches was trying to tell you about. But they hate the monster for how it fucks. And I hate that monster for how it eats. But my God, man, it's the same monster. I'm up here doing something that nobody else in this business has the balls to do. I'm telling you something that you need to know. I'm trying to explain to you what you're seeing. You don't understand what you're seeing. I am publicly flogging a network. And I know that this network niggas, they watching me and they saying, why are you doing this so publicly? Doesn't feel good to be flogged publicly. Oh, believe me, I know. I know exactly how that feels. When I quit my show, they said I was crazy. What was crazy about it? I just didn't want to do it anymore. They said I smoked crack. That's impossible. I was a devout Muslim. I didn't smoke or drink. But I do now, bitch, because you ruined my fucking life. Now it's their turn. This is their first nigga lesson. And I'm honored to give it to them.
He be going at Comedy Central.
This is a wrapper on the original melatonin bottles. When they first put them out, they took this off of the label. And I'll read it. Melatonin is a protein constitution, I think that's the word, constitution of pineal tissue. That means they had to crush the pineal gland to get this thing. So we have the actual document here on the original ones. It's the Constitution, it's real blurred, I can't really see it. Concentration, whatever this shit, I don't know, but it says pineal tissues. I got another clearer one that the brother sent me. And the reason why I got this was I was in Indianapolis, the brother, Lilly Pharmaceutical, which is one of the biggest pharmaceutical companies in the world, is in Indianapolis, Indiana. So the brother was able to get a couple of these things. You see what I'm saying?
Man, shout out to Bobby Hemmett on that one. Damn. Yo, I be going crazy with the melatonin. I just felt what that feel like, bro. I just got some like body wash that when you in the shower is Dr. Till's, man. I'm telling you, and it's the melatonin. I don't know what else, bro. All I know is when I do it, I use it right when I get out the shower. It's nighttime, bro. I be KO'd, knocked out. Melatonin does it for me. I even got some melatonin gummies that I'll use before going to sleep. Man, they do wonders. I didn't know they have to crush a pineal gland for that though. But Lord have mercy. Them melatonin does it. It does it. And if you ever try and get the kids to go to sleep early and they running wild and you like, bro, y'all need to chill. They got kid melatonin too. And you can like put it in a juice or something. Like, yeah, it calms them down, makes them relax, lets them sleep better. Telling you, bro, melatonin be hidden. It be hidden. Bobby Hemmett on point with that.
Pay attention, yo. They keep telling us the truth in all these movies. Listen.
For most of human civilization, we believed that life could only exist on the surface of our planet.
Y'all see that shit?
What else were we wrong about?
Paul, what if that's why earthquakes keep happening? Because there's really some shit going on in Hollow Earth.
This world has more secrets than we could possibly imagine.
What is that?
That's our calm. What could have done this?
Y'all seen this shit? Bro, don't look at it as a movie, bro. See the pyramid?
Kong can't stop this on his own.
He won't be alone.
Damn, Antarctica.
He coming out of Antarctica, right? Oh, that movie gonna be a banger. Damn!
Is that a mini Kong?
Look, y'all, that's the Godzilla and King Kong new movie that's about to come out in 2024. Y'all see that shit? They keep telling us about Agartha in plain sight, bro, because they need us to know before some shit take place. You feel me? Wake up!
Man, I'm definitely watching that though. I'm watching that.
Peace in, y'all. This is FBI Special Agent Ted Gunderson. He was the head of the FBI for 16 years. You know all the things that we speculated about the FBI, the CIA, and all those three-letter agencies? Well, take a listen for yourself. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only.
I was an FBI agent from December 10, 1951 until I retired March the 30th, 1979. At the time of my retirement, I was in charge of most of Southern California. I had over 700 personnel under my command, budget of $22.5 million. I had 16 offices that I was responsible for. I had a fantastic career. In the old days, the FBI was a great organization. Unfortunately, as I said a few moments ago, it's been infiltrated by the satanic cult, Illuminati movement, as well as other agencies like the NSA and the CIA and so forth. I'll go more into detail on that. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm a conspiracy realist. There is a conspiracy. And I will prove it to you, and I'll document it. Time is very limited. I'll do the best I can in the next hour or so. But go back to Pearl Harbor. Actually, go back further than that. Go back to Pearl Harbor. We knew about Pearl Harbor December the 4th. We were attacked December the 7th. We could have pulled our fleet out of Pearl Harbor. We didn't. I've talked to the naval intelligence officer who intercepted or received that message that the Japanese code had been broken. He passed it up to his superiors. Nothing occurred. After the war, he was subpoenaed by Congress. His superior in the Navy said, don't worry about it. Don't go to the hearing. He didn't. Never heard anything more about it. Jack Kennedy assassination is well documented. He was murdered by the mob of Chicago, Sam Giancana's group, and also by the CIA. Jack was going to revamp the CIA. He made his personal goals and aims public to within his circles, of course, and he was going to make some major changes. Also, he had withheld and aborted the invasion of Cuba, which upset some individuals. I recently learned that a fellow named I.B. Hale, who was an All-American football player, Texas Christian, was ordered and was involved, he was an FBI agent at the time, in changing the parade route of the Jack Kennedy group that day. I have information that the night before the Kennedy assassination, there was a secret meeting at the Clint Murchison home. This will be an oil man. Those in that meeting included Lyndon Baines Johnson, and I'm sorry to say, and I regret that I know this is true because I've personally documented. I've talked to people who know that this is true. J. Edgar Hoover was there. I was shocked when I learned this, and I only learned this within the last year. And the reason I know is because I talked to the maid that worked in the Murchison home that night. And when Lyndon Johnson came out of that meeting, he said to his girlfriend, Margaret Brown, who wrote a book about this, and I used to have a radio talk show in 97, 98, and I had her on my radio talk show. She said that Johnson told her, after tomorrow, we don't have to worry about that SOB Kennedy. Bobby Kennedy, shot in the kitchen of the Ambassador Hotel, Los Angeles. 5 bullet shots at him. There were 11 shots fired. There were shot supposedly by Saran, and I'm sure he was. Saran was part of it. But Saran's gun would only hold 8 bullets. There were extra bullets in the wall and in the hall and in the door. Covered up. Ruby Ridge, we all know about. We had Waco. It's kind of interesting because we know Posse Comitatus. It's against the law for the federal government to use military against civilian personnel, violation of the law. Yet they brought military personnel in. And it's kind of interesting because I know those of you who have looked at the Waco case, realize that there were 4 BATF agents who were killed in Waco. All 4 of those agents, in my research, took headshots. How many military men do we have out there? Raise your hand. What does that indicate to you? Sniper, right? They were shot by snipers. 4 headshots from 4 BATF agents. One of the headshots went from above down in through his lips and down into his body from above. There was a helicopter there by the government. Further research established that those 4 BATF agents at one time were bodyguards for Bill Clinton. Like Oklahoma City again, we'll go back to Oklahoma City. Terry Nichols, most recently, again with a co-conspirator in the Oklahoma City case, recently submitted, in fact, January 19th, submitted a document, an affidavit in the courts in Salt Lake City that Larry Watts, number 2 man in the FBI, actually orchestrated Oklahoma City. You don't see this in the mainstream media, do you? The 1993 World Trade Center bombing of the February 26, 1993. There's an article in the New York Times. I have a copy of this article. It's October 23, 1993, New York Times. And it states that the FBI had been forming among the terrorists, Salam, And he was commissioned by the terrorists to put the bomb together. He was the one to put the bomb together. He'd been commissioned by the terrorists. We're going to use a dummy bomb. Where was FBI? And said, no, we're going to use a real bomb. The FBI not only knew in advance that they were going to bomb the World Trade Center, car bomb the World Trade Center. The FBI furnished the ingredients for the bomb. It was in the New York Times, LA Times. Now, what I don't understand is, do not the senators and the congressmen of the United States read those two newspapers? Right? Somebody should have looked into that and conducted an honest investigation. But then, after all, we had 911. You think it was an honest investigation there? Absolutely not. Based on 28 years' experience and research, I have determined there are thousands of victims who have been targeted by an illegal U.S. government rogue criminal enterprise that is active 24 hours a day throughout the United States. A network of victims who work with me have reached the same conclusion based on 1, their personal experience, these are the people that come to me, 2, the significant number of victims, thousands of them, and 3, the extent and intensity of the harassment. I'm talking about micro beams, I'm talking about surveillances, I'm talking about poison gas, everything, the evil that you can think of. It is far too active to be operated and controlled by private enterprise. Private enterprise goals are to achieve financial gain. These operations require extensive financing to operate with no return on the investment. I believe that these programs are financed through illegal black operations, i.e. drugs, prostitution, gambling, kidnapping children, were auctioned off as sex slaves, used as human sacrifices of body parts. I have documentation of every one of those. Absolute proof in my reports. By the way, this is a report. Speaking of my reports, this is a book that I put together that lists, and it's also on my website, TedGunderson.com, lists my research. What I'm telling you today is written up in reports and documented. I believe this well-organized, sophisticated operation has a central command located somewhere in the United States with multiple satellite offices scattered throughout the country. This criminal enterprise, by this real government, targets an individual. It is necessary to, in order to target them, they one, identify the individual, 2, outline the reason the victim is targeted, and 3, document and identify the weapons and tactics being directed against him or her.
Did you catch all that? And to think that a former head of FBI would be lying would be crazy, honestly. See, that's the ultimate form of what you call government, because government means to control your mind control. And literally, they're pointing the finger at you, saying that you're the problem. Meanwhile, they're the ones that are committing down all the egregious atrocities. That is the highest level of criminals right there. That is Antichrist. That is Antichrist right there. So yeah, y'all, let me know what y'all think. Like and share this video, please. America must know what the government has been doing. And again, this is for education and entertainment purposes only, please. Follow me on my other platforms where I go deeper on the esoteric level on these topics. Let's get this show, y'all. Peace out.
First off, if anybody watching this, anybody part of the collective, and you have relatives who was, unfortunately in the Twin Towers, World Trade Center, or at Pearl Harbor, man, rest in peace to your loved ones. Innocent people stuck in the middle of a wicked place we stay in. Let's just say that. And a former FBI, he didn't sound like he was lying. Of course, we knew all. I'm sure we watching videos like this. I make these type of videos. We familiar with these stories. With all the stories, not all, but majority of the stories he was bringing up. But it's just crazy to hear him talk about it in depth. And you could tell it bothers him. But yeah, rest in peace to those people, man. That's sad. There was innocent lives gone. So yeah, in a world that we live in, so wicked. Yeah, but again, entertainment purposes. But yeah, and educational purposes also. But yeah, that one was kind of just like, yeah, he didn't have to tell all that. But clearly there's a reason why he wanted to tell it all. But yeah, that one was kind of wild. Like, we already knew these things, but just to hear him say it, to me, it hit different.
We finna run this bitch protected by divine. Tell these niggas they ain't stopping. Try to knock me off the mountain. Turned around, now I'm on top of it. They know about my knowledge and my noggin hold a lot of it. We in a world where everything is fake just like it's counterfeit. Man, everything is fake just like the ass up on the model bitch. Setting trends, never was the one who wanted to follow it. I'm following my purpose, all I did was just align with it.
My soul cannot be sold, I'm too divine, so I'm not signing it. Universal flow, you lose your teeth, so why you fighting it? I do this shit in real life, niggas steady typing it. Melanin goddess with high vibration, yeah, I'm piping it. Nature boy, taller than the trees, you know I'm climbing it. Dark matter energy, in my eyes is full of lightning. This knowledge like a drug, niggas fiending for this enlightenment. I'm moving like a giant, beat your ass, I'm on my
Bitch, type of shit, I'm living for a reason, trying to help out all my people. Give a fuck about who ain't liking it. I'm messed up in the mall, looking like I'm on some type of shit. They're scared to go against me, feeling like I'm on some type of shit. They're waking up, I'm loving it. The media is stupid, everybody looking foolish. Hear a story, then they're wrong with it. Don't tell me about the news, cause I don't believe in none of it. I'm not even a rapper, hear a beat, then I have fun with it.
Last clip is kind of a little funny to me. Like, yeah, he has some parts in there where I was like, oh, okay. Like, he digging. Like, he's showing some gems in there. But I appreciate the creativity, though. I do appreciate the creativity. Yeah, I appreciate the creativity. But we had a good lineup today, man. We got a good lineup. But I appreciate y'all. If y'all stuck all the way through, and if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so that you always notified. Cause like I said, sometimes y'all been telling me that that YouTube been unsubscribing you from the channel. They say that. I heard from other content creators. They say that that's because like you're not engaging with the content. I don't know. You seem like y'all be engaging to me, but yeah, like, comment, subscribe, man. Hit that bell so you never miss an upload. We drop 4 times a week. I told you we on that, like, no days off. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna post every day of the week, but I got y'all, man. I got y'all. We coming with it. But I'm gonna let y'all get up on out of here, and until I see y'all in the next one, I know what it is. We gone.